Hi everyone, my name is Kate Emerald, the founder of Global Healing Movement 2020 and Life of Emerald. Welcome back to our 7-day series on debunking 7 cardinal sins. Today our focus is wrath. Another word for that is anger. Let's try and debunk it. Yesterday, we discovered that envy, opposite of envy, is kindness. And when we are envious of other persons, either possessions or skills or talent, we use that as a signpost to know that this is what you want. This is what I want. This is what I've been wanting. I'm able to see it from somebody else. And with kindness, we can neutralize the envy. Kindness to yourself first, and kindness to the other person who already have what you want. Today, anger. The definition of anger is, or wrath, is a strong anger and hate toward another person or principle. Wrath is an extreme anger. Wrath, anger, comes from the inability to express oneself. Anger is not negative or positive. It is an energy. It is a neutral thing. And so let me ask you, what angers you? Let's sit here for 30 seconds and explore. Close our eyes and inquire within, what angers me the most? What angers me today? All right. You can comment below what angers you, what makes you sad, what makes you like you want to punch somebody. Just joking. So, if you've discovered your sadness, if you are listening in and have depression as a symptom, that means your sadness is covering up your anger. Anger is underneath the sadness. And because of sadness, sadness is a blanket to anger. We want to get in touch with your anger. We need to release the anger, release that energy, and do not hold it in. Okay? The key is expressing the anger constructively. Okay? And think of anger as a fire. The wild fire in Australia, that is wrath, right? Wrath. And oftentimes when you express anger like a wildfire, it does not do anyone good, including yourself. So we want to create a container so that you can express this anger that is healthy for you and healthy for the environment. So anger is an energy. It's just an energy. And could we ask ourselves, how do anger serve me to become the greatest version and expression of my life? We need fire element in order to cook food. Yeah, so many examples. So fire, anger is absolutely normal. But you have the power to moderate and use wisely. Okay. Anger is the result of panic and anxiety. Underneath anger, there is fear. There is a fear, and there's a memory of being terrified. So, what terrified you in the past? What have you done to limit yourself from feeling and expressing the terrified self? What is your greatest fear? So the shadow work here is facing the fear head on is the way through the fear in order to get what you want. Imagine you're a scuba diver trying to find the oyster that has a beautiful pearl inside. However, you're scared of the deep blue ocean. There is a contrasting need, right? You have a need to feel safe in the water, and you have a need to collect this pearl. So, what do? Dive into the water, dive into your fear so that you can collect that pearl. Uh, Somebody once said, fear itself is more scary than the imagination. Yeah. Okay. The anger is a signpost to what bothers you, and sadness is a mask for anger. So, if you feel sadness, let's feel that first, that first level to get to anger. Feel the sadness, grief. Let yourself cry. Let yourself get messy, sob, and let the energy dissipate. And then you can get to feel the anger underneath. As I was preparing this lesson, I realized that in college, I went into a depression, and that depression kicked in after an incident. An incident, the incident, now I'm looking at it this way, makes perfect sense why that incident angered me. So, example, I tried to try out for the Division II volleyball team in a college in Arizona. And frankly, this is the reason why I selected this university. But I got rejected. And then the depression kicked in. So the anger for me, underneath anger, was feeling rejected and yeah, yeah, sort of unjustly categorized as, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, what are you angry about? What angers you? Write them down in your journal, diary, however. So the opposite of anger, what do you think it is? The opposite of anger is patience. Patience cures wrath by one, first, understanding the needs and desires of others before acting or speaking. Okay. Also, life is a journey, and in the journey, um, there will be beautiful, peaceful days, and there will be challenging days, the days that make you really, really angry. Yeah. So thinking about your journey in this specific time, if you're angry, is just one chapter, right? It's one chapter out of many, many chapters of your life. And understand that journey is a long one, is a marathon. Life is a marathon. The anger you feel or the incident that made you angry is one juncture of this long, let's say, Camino walk. Okay? And you can you can feel the anger and get out of your way. Get out of your own way. You can do that. Okay? Shifting perspective when you're angry helps a lot. By finding the purpose of the moment of anger is going to guide you to what you really care about, right? And the anger is your way to creatively express your soul. Now, going back to the the cardinal sins, wrath is classified as one of cardinal sin, and Christianity took these severe faults of the soul, anger as fault, right? And marked the person to fit the target for scolding and punishment. What good is that? If anger is a human nature, it's a normal thing. How do we punish and scold the normal human behavior? Doesn't make sense. And the concept of heaven or hell, understand that heaven or hell is a mental consciousness. It's a level of consciousness where we are. And you can be in hell on earth and heaven on earth. Yeah. So the health of your mind and your body, it will determine the quality of life experiences. Okay. And the sinners, right? Sinners is no sinner because everybody is a sinner. Like everybody is a sinner, everybody is a human, everybody has the capacity to feel angry and envy. What was the first one? Envy and pride. Everybody are born with that. Okay, so now it's time to internalize our psychology, our psyche, our archetype as our own, and no more externalizing as heaven is outside, hell is outside, sinner is him or her. It does not work anymore. So, yes, the patience, right? Patience is a virtue that anybody can cultivate with the intention first and with practice. Let's have a look at an example. The world leader. The South African president who passed away. What's his name? Can you help me to type in the discussion? What's his name? Anyway, his name will come to me. He has been in prison for 20 some years, and his life work is about forgiveness, and forgiveness, there is patience. There's 20 some years of prison activity, prisoner, as a prisoner. Imagine what type of patience that requires. And the patience, I, if I can make a story out of his life, the patience comes from knowing that life is a marathon and that 20 some years is one chapter out of many chapters. I'm not discounting his difficult life's work. Just look at the overall meaning, what I'm trying to say, okay? So the patience, right? Yeah, also try to entertain the idea that your life, one life, does not end here, right? Your one life is one chapter. In physics, energy cannot be destroyed. It transfers. Your life, your soul, your soul never ever ever dies. There is no death in the soul. What soul has is evolution, a growth, and having a human experience is an alchemical journey. You learn through trials and error. You become mature and wiser, and then hopefully the soul changes form in more aromatic way, more wise way. I think you got the point. So this is where we stop today. I do want to offer you one whale meditation as a tool. So Google it. YouTube. Google on YouTube. Type in the YouTube. Type whale meditation. And this has an effect to calm anger. You can play it while you're doing you're doing your chores or sleeping. Try to calm your anger. Find a signpost, what makes you angry, and channel that as a purpose to express your soul. The only one limiting you is you. And give yourself permission to express healthfully and consciously. Okay? Tomorrow, our lesson is on gluttony. Let's debunk it together. Okay? See you later. Bye.